Okay, so you're a person that likes watching the TV, and you've seen these boxes, like Philips have them and Govee has them, that allow you to have lights behind your TV that change based on what is happening on the screen. I actually have right there that light that goes around that TV. You'll see it has a little camera on the top, and that's the Govee one. And it actually works pretty good. There's a little bit of a delay because the camera actually has to send the information to the lights and then make the changes. But, you know, not too bad. Those come in around the $100 mark, Canadian. I honestly, at this time, I have no idea how much these are. I actually went onto the website for these, and I'll put links down below to the main lighting. It's from a company called BTF-Lighting.com, and they have all kinds of like LED lights and stuff like that. I can't find this anywhere, and they sent it to me, but once I figure out where or what and how you can find this, I'll put a link down below. But today, what we're going to do is see what comes in the box, and I'm going to set it up tonight. And then I'll come back after and tell you what I think of it. Yeah. All right, so this is a HDMI Sync Box. So a little different than like the Govee and way more similar to what the Philips Hue one does. So basically this is an HDMI Sync Box. So this is a box that sits in between your device and your television. So basically the signal comes out of your, let's say Xbox for instance, into this, then goes out to your TV. It reads the signal and then can light up its lights in correspondence. So 50,000 hours of life, HDMI color capture, yeah, millions of colors. I'm down with you. It actually looks very similar, I think, from what I remember, to the actual Philips Hue box. You guys can see some here. Works with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, SmartThings, which I think is probably something that I'm going to definitely want to set up because I don't think this comes with a remote, which means you either have to control it via one of these or you have to control it with a smart app. Which again is very similar to like the Philips Hue stuff, right? Now it doesn't support Apple HomeKit, so just kind of be aware of that. And if you are looking for a light kit that supports Apple HomeKit, then you're going to be going to Philips Hue. You kind of pay for that, right? Inside here, I've cracked open the box, but I haven't taken really anything out. Big manual, which is nice, so you guys can see or use this to help you get it set up. This is the actual box. So that's going to be the front. On the back here, you're going to see that you have a reset button. You have your output. So this is going to go out to your television. This is your input. So this is coming in from your PlayStation or your Xbox or whatever it is, right? And then this, it says side and bottom. So my guess is it says the LED strips. So maybe there's two lights, so side and bottom. And last but not least, you have your power plug. It's not huge. That's easily something that you can kind of hide somewhere under your TV or wherever. You do get some, well, I'll open this side first. This is your power. So you get a good, that's a big power adapter. So just kind of be aware of that. It's honky, chonky, whatever. It's got some size to it. Be aware. You get something else down here. The box is done. Oh, this is the bottom part of the power, so that just goes along with that. You get these are like brackets, mounting brackets to put on the corners of your TV. Now, when they ask me if I wanted to review this, I was like, sure, with some tape. So that's good. I actually like that because some of the like the ones that come with the Govee, it sticks decently for sure, but little mounting brackets would have kind of been nice to just kind of have there. It just makes it a little cleaner, I think. And you get a nice adhesive for those, which is kind of cool. So I do like that, but they did ask me what size my TV was, and I told them it was going on a 65-inch. This is the HDMI, so basically, I would think you get to choose. Do you want it to come, you know, use this one from the console to this, or do you want to use it from here to here? But you only get one HDMI, so of course you have to supply the one that you had already for sure. And then you get, looks like two lighting strips. So my guess is one is top and one is bottom. So my thought is, this is what I'm thinking, is that it's long enough to kind of go bottom and up here, and then the other one kind of goes top and down here. That's my guess. That's my guess. But all there, everything's here. That's what's in the box. We're going to connect it to our TV upstairs. So this TV again here that I use with the Govee, Govee, I think it's Govee. That's a 55-inch, works great. 65-inch upstairs, so we'll find out. I'm gonna go upstairs, connect it. You guys don't need to watch me do that, and then we'll let you know what we think of it. Okay, so it's been a day later, and let's talk about first the install. It's pretty simple. It's not a hard install. I think from start to finish, the whole install took me maybe 15-20 minutes, somewhere like that. Hardest part, of course, is depending on the size of your TV, is getting the brackets in the right spot and then getting the lights around it and making sure that it sticks, because of course backs to TVs, there's all kinds of vents and they're not perfectly smooth, and make sure you dust the back of your TV so everything sticks well. The little frame guards, the right angle mounting brackets, just realize there are two different styles. One is kind of based around where the cable is going to end, and one is based around the right angle in the middle of the light. So one's kind of got a full pass through and one's got like two ends. So just kind of realize that, right? So you place those in the right spot. If not, you gotta take them off. Brightness of the light, decent. Of course, if you're using this in the middle of the day and you have windows in your house and stuff like that, are you gonna see them? Barely. Even at full brightness, barely. Is it noticeable? Not really. I actually found myself that using it with minimal light, or when like there's not a lot of light, so later on in the night, but not right when it's dark, was kind of best, because one of the things both myself and my wife pointed out is if you are like watching a movie or you're watching a trailer or something like that, where there's a lot of scene changes, where it's not like this, for instance, you're watching this part of this video and this video part here really doesn't change. The colors stay the same and it would look fantastic. Like the lighting on it is really good. And when there's lighting changes that are really gradual and smooth, it's really quite nice. It's quite pleasing, actually. You're like, that's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. But as you can see here, when you're watching certain like movies and videos, if there are a lot of camera cuts, the light, and this is I think with almost all of them, the light reacts or changes. It's like a couple frames after the signal goes through, right? So the signal goes through and you see it, and the TV changes, and then the light is like chick, chick. So there's a fraction of a delay, and it was enough for, I remember Mary, my wife, she was like, I don't know if I like that. And it was, we were watching a trailer, and of course it was like, cut, 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 cut. And I'm like, maybe that's not what it's supposed to be like, But I ended up playing a game on my Xbox, and at that point, I didn't even notice really the lighting changing, because of course you're not cutting, you're playing in something that's very smooth. So I think as a gaming accessory, this is really good. I think that is probably the primary thing. And again, I've used this one back here, and I never watch TV on it. I only game down here. And that's probably why I haven't even noticed, because this one does the same thing. It's got that slight delay, right? Which makes sense, because it's got to get the signal of what the colors need to be and then send it to the light. So there's going to be that fraction of a delay. So just realize, you always talk about everybody saying it amplifies movies. And I think for some movies, 100%. But if it's a thing where there's a lot of fast cuts, I think it may be a little distracting. But it's not just this one. I think it's all of them. Now, the other thing to kind of be aware of too, especially if you're using this for gaming, is if you are someone that's using one of the current systems and is running HDMI 2.1, because they don't believe the system supports an HDMI 2.1 pass-through. So if you are running on a 4K TV with 120 hertz, this only passes through, I think, 4K 60, right? And I don't know if it supports like Dolby. So a few things to keep in mind when you're using something like this. Just kind of watch for it, Last but not least, just so you guys are aware, it does come with an HDMI cable, but it's short. 2 feet, maybe 3 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, somewhere in that range. So just realize that based on where your inputs are on your TV and where like your console is, or where you're going to place this box, because I had to move my box around just to make sure that the cable could reach the actual inputs of the television. So other than that, the colors are good. The app seems to respond. I had it actually set up with Alexa, like boom, I had it working no problem. So it runs you through in the app how to set it up. Perfect. I like that a lot. And what I do like about it too, if you have it set to TV, like for instance, this one's set to TV, the light's still on. Now I can go in the app and just tell it not to do TV, but to actually just set it to color, which I like. But this one is set to TV and it's still on. The new one, actually, if there's no signal coming through the HDMI box, or you know, it's your screen is like black, the lights go off, which I actually kind of like, because this one never actually has lights that go off. They're always some color. As you can see now, it's seeing a black screen and blue, right? So that I like with the HDMI Sync Box for sure. Price wise, I reached out to them last night just to see. They emailed me during the night and they said right now it's prices fluctuate. They're currently out of stock as a time of filming. So I'll put a link down below to the parent website, and they said it's under $99. That's all they told me, under $99. So if you're interested, I'll put a link to their site and you guys can go check it out. Other than that, I think it's cool. I like it. Just realize, depending on what you're doing, how well it's going to work. And if you're a TV watcher in the middle of the day with a lot of light, it's not, the brightness isn't there, but I don't find any of them are. So there you go. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Later.